Hi, this is Phoenix Genesis for PhoenixGenesis.com and our two YouTube channels, Phoenix Genesis and Fry Camp. So, I want to show you three solar lanterns that are inflatable, made by Empowered, called Luci, L-U-C-I, if you can see that right there, Luci, and there it is. This is the new model that just came out, and right here, the company Empowered. First, I'm going to go through the weights, get that out right away. With this little setup I have, which I added the tie out and the little carabiner, comes to 2 3/8 ounces. This comes to 2 5/8 ounces, probably because it has the little battery check right here. Otherwise, they're identical. They each have, you see in the bottom, 4 lights. I think that's the only difference. This was originally red too, but it's the oldest one, so it does fade after a while in the sun. But it holds up. I mean, no punctures, very durable. I use this every single day. And this one weighs 6 1/8 ounce. I did not include the cable weight because sometimes I swap out different cables. So just for the actual lantern itself, that's how much that weighs. Now let's go through the different uses for these settings. This has dim white, bright white, strobe white, and red strobe. This has the same thing, but a solid red light, which I absolutely love. This one only has dim white, medium white, and bright white, and they're all steady. No strobes at all, no red light. So that's a disadvantage. I'd love if this had a solid red. So going through here, what do I use these for? I use these for twofold. In an urban setting, I kind of just clip them outside, leave them out all day, and then I could take these and I can use them when I go out at night. It gets early in the winter and I can go out and walk the dogs. I can put them out in my yard. I can have it in the bathroom as kind of a night light when my boyfriend comes home late at night. I don't want him to turn the lights on, wake me up, or when I get up and I want to get something or read and I don't want to wake him up. These are just absolutely perfect for that. Also, we have cats, so for pet owners, if you lose your power or electricity and you need to you don't want to be lighting candles, because candles and pets don't go together, especially cats. So these are great for pet owners just as an emergency light source. So again, I use these every day. Love them, love them, love them. Now for this one, this is a great solar charger to take on the trail, and two things I love about it is that it promises a 2 to 3 hour charge by the wall, so I can take this cable that comes with it, plug this into the wall, and it's charged in 2 to 3 hours. Outside, I've got to have like 14 hours of sunlight, which you can still charge, I guess, in 2 days if it's sunny. On the PCT, not so much on the AT where you're in the green tunnel and there's more cloud and rain, but on the PCT you can have it ready to go probably in two days, and say 2 hours, 2 days. And the thing with this though is I like being able to just charge it in a wall and take it and have it good to go. Now as far as charging with the phone, of course you're going to have to then have a iPhone cable here. This is for my 7 Plus, and what I found is that you really want to use an Apple iPhone cable and not some cheesy brand that you get at a gas station, because those just didn't seem to work for me when I took them. I'm going to take my good expensive cables now, and plugging in the Apple dedicated cable to my iPhone 7 Plus at 10:41 this morning, it was at 17%. I checked exactly an hour later, 11:41, and I had 34%. So I doubled my capacity. I charged at 17%, and that's great. And a lot of the solar chargers that when your phone gets below 30% or 20%, it just won't even charge it. And I've had that problem, and even with some of the dedicated battery packs. So I'm very careful now to make sure I have a charger that will work when my phone gets super low. But you really try not to let your phone get too low, because that's just not good. I mean, use your phone for everything on the trail. That when you see those 3 bears and then the whole bear family walks across you on the trail, you're going to wish that your phone was sufficiently charged. I haven't seen it yet, but I have other people have pictures of that. But anyway, going back with the Luci, You know, I love this. You can put it in indirect sunlight, direct sunlight, it'll charge. And again, why would I want to have two lights on trail? Because you do things in a campground, all the tents start looking the same when it's pitch black at night. You may want to go use the restroom, and then you're coming back and you're like, where's my tent? Which one's my tent? You don't want to be shining your headlamp or your flashlight into other people's tents and waking them up and annoying them. So I just like having two light sources. And also sometimes some of the black diamond headlamps are really hard to open to put new batteries in, and I like to have a secondary light source to see, and just something that's hanging bright. I've hanged my headlamp and I had my Revolt headlamp this year, which is a 300 lume from Black Diamond Lumen headlamp, and it just kind of wasn't enough, and the light was too directed. I wanted something more soft and spread out, and this does it for me in the hammock. Also out here, I'll come hang my hammock out outside, and just like to have like a little lantern when I'm setting up and taking down my hammock at night. So anyway, that's it. Again, you know, it's your weight, what you carry. What works for one hiker doesn't work for another hiker. I do think every hiker needs to have at least one light source. Again, your phone is a secondary light source as well, especially if you put a flashlight app. But I mean, having a dedicated light source on hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, I think, is crucial. So anyway, whether you're going to use this or not, also having something to charge your phone is pretty crucial, unless you're able to hike 50 miles a day and always get to a town and be willing to sit there and charge. I did pick up the Anchor battery pack this year. I find that I was using a lot of different types of charging methods in the last couple of years, and everybody said the Anchor was the best, and now I finally spent the $40, got it at Walmart, and I love it, and that is definitely going to come with me on the trail. But I may take this as well, just to have solar and not be dedicated to being stuck in a town. And also, what if you go to a town and there's no power, or you go to a town and every place that you can charge at a Starbucks or a McDonald's or wherever you're going to charge is full? Then you're kind of stuck, and you're sitting there until something becomes available to charge. And again, in an everyday carry situation, your car breaks down, you want to be able to have a charger, and if you have a dedicated separate charger like an Anchor and it dies, then what are you going to do to charge your phone? You're going to be stuck, and this way you can just go ahead and plop that out, and like I said, an hour you get 17%, which isn't too shabby, which allows you to make an emergency call if you had to. Anyway, with that said, start thinking and preparing for your gear now. Don't wait till March or April or May when you're going to hike to start throwing your gear list together. Test all your gear as well, a lot. Make sure it works, make sure it's durable, and take care of it as well, because it'll last a lot longer. And saying that, price wise, this was $20. This Empowered sent to me, so I'm assuming it's about the same price. And this one was $35, and thank you Adventure 16 for the 10% discount on that. So not very expensive at all. Anyway, Phoenix Genesis signing out.